Everybody, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are. Welcome to Pep Talk, the podcast that gives you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us, God. We take all these interesting and sometimes complex health and wellness and medical conversations, break them down really simply, and give you digestible, usable action steps that you can start taking today to improve your health, to improve your family's health, and ultimately the health of your community. I'm your host, Dr. Eric Naputi. 20 years I've been practicing physician, and I'm excited to help you today go down this interesting journey on a conversational piece that I literally talk to people about every day. Listen, I love peptides. I love peptides. I've been using peptides personally for 20 years. I've been using in my practice now for, again, over 20 years. I think they're amazing. Peptides have their place, they have their role, and they really do great work, especially in individuals who are over the age of 30 years old. Because once we get over that age, our body's ability to signal our cells to break down proteins, to absorb and metabolize amino acids and convert them into peptides goes down drastically. Some studies show by up to 90% reduction of those abilities of the body to do that. And we're now seeing a massive rise in, well, the utilization of medications now for weight loss. And primarily, I'm talking about Ozempic. Ozempic, which is semaglutide, at least the origins of Ozempic with semaglutide, has gained immense popularity globally for managing type 2 diabetes and supporting weight loss. And look, I agree. We have a major problem. 75% of the US population is obese, and 60 to 70% of the global population is obese, and we're increasing that. I will tell you that there needs to be something done. I agree. But there is no magic pill, potion, lotion, shot, or etc. And we're seeing that with the rise and fall of medications like Ozempic. I'm sure many of you are seeing the multi-billion-dollar class action lawsuits that are coming out now. And I want to share with you some insights, give you some action steps on things you can do to help with GLP-1 agonists. And if you are going to take semaglutide, which I'm a fan of, I think trizepatide is amazing. I think semaglutide is really great by itself. I've even seen people using low dose levels, microdose levels of Ozempic and even Wegovy get results. The problem is the mega dosing and the long-term side effects. Look, let's talk about the GLP-1 agonists. I want you to know what they are and what they do. So these GLP-1 agonists, semaglutide is one of them. It works and it mimics the action of natural hormone glucagon-like peptide 1 in the body, which stimulates insulin production and helps the body regulate blood sugar. So it's all about blood sugar regulation and insulin regulation. Look, you've heard me say this before. Insulin resistance is one of the epidemics that is killing men, women, and children globally right now. Insulin resistance leads to diabetes, leads to heart disease, leads to stroke, leads to cancers, leads to autoimmune issues, leads to chronic disease, chronic suffering, and chronic pain. The list goes on and on and on. Also, these GLP-1 agonists, these receptor agonists, are helping people with weight loss. There's some problems with it because they're also slowing down gastric emptying, and this is leading to other long-term health problems. But people are losing weight from these, so they've got some major, how do I say this, social credibility right now. But just like many things, like Mini Thins and other weight loss products that were in the past, there's a rise before there's a fall, and there's a fall happening right now. While the effectiveness of Ozempic and other GLP-1s are well documented, there's growing concerns about the potential side effects and the gastrointestinal health and neurotransmitter regulation, especially particular involving what's known as the gut-brain axis. I want you to understand that given that information, there's a pivotal role that the gut microbiome plays in semaglutide, Ozempic medications, and overall health of the body, including, by the way, metabolism, immune function, mental well-being, all regulated by the gut, which, by the way, we're going to explore now some of the complications and, let's just say, possible side effects of this delicate system that Ozempic seems to be causing. Let's talk a little bit about the impact of GLP-1 agonist on the gut microbiome. By the way, I've done multiple podcast on the importance of a gut microbiome, of how the gut microbiome really truly is, in my opinion, the root of all health problems when it's out of whack, and the cause is the cure. So it's the root of reversing health problems and mitigating and preventing as many as we can. Even Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said all disease begins in the gut. He was right then, and we're right today. The gut microbiome is a complex ecosystem that's made up of trillions of bacteria, funguses, and other microorganisms that is important for digestion, absorption, vitamin metabolism, production of nutrients, immune regulation, and the production of dopamine and serotonin and other neurotransmitters. But it also regulates the brain-gut axis. Medications like Ozempic can indirectly affect the gut microbiome by slowing down gastric emptying. That's one of the problems that we have with high doses of semaglutide, is it slows down the movement of foods through your digestive tract. Look, that's a problem. Because if we slow down the movement of foods through the GI tract, we can become very toxic very quick, and our system can backfill, and we can get an increase in bad bacteria and a reduction in good bacteria, which leads to a condition called dysbiosis. And it's been linked to a whole host of conditions, including digestive issues, mood disorders, and regulatory issues with the neurotransmitters, which influences negatively in mental health. Slow digestion that's caused by some of these GLP-1s, these GLP-1 agonists like Ozempic, can also affect the gut environment by reducing the diversity of the gut bacteria. The more diverse the gut bacteria is, the healthier an individual is, according to all the studies. Medications like Ozempic slow down digestion and can cause an imbalance of the bacteria in the system. By the way, neurotransmitter disruption happens with that, and the gut is known as the second brain. And so when the gut is out of balance due to these factors, not only do we get digestive sensitivities, but our digestive organs start to backfire. You're seeing now liver problems and pancreatic issues that are happening with folks that have been on Ozempic for a while, and other GLP-1 agonists from a high dose drug standpoint. We're also seeing mood disorders like depression and anxiety and cognitive impairment happen with individuals who are on these medications long term. Given that medications like Ozempic may, cause changes in the gut microbiome, there's legitimate concern of potential disruption of dopamine and serotonin. Serotonin makes us happy and makes us feel fulfilled. Dopamine helps us keep focused and balanced. Well, we're seeing a pretty big increase in ADD, ADHD, focus, concentration issues, auditory and sensory processing disorders. We're also seeing a reduction of happiness and reduction of serotonin globally, and we're seeing it in individuals who are taking these medications. So preventing dysbiosis, if you're going to take Ozempic, you better be studying and understanding how your GI tract works, because I don't just want you to take a drug that makes you not hungry. I want to change the lifestyle. Okay. So what we do, because we prescribe semaglutide, we prescribe trizepatide, we prescribe certain types of custom peptides orally and injectably for our patients. And we also prescribe, in addition to that, certain other nutraceuticals and lifestyles that offset some of those drugs that people are taking. So here are some of the things that you should be doing if you're taking Ozempic or any type of semaglutide that's on the market today. Number one, you better have a good probiotic supplement. Okay. You need to have a formula that's going to get the right bacteria in your GI tract. I use a formula called the Master Microbiotics. We have that formula. We distribute it all across the globe. That is a spore-based formula that has a patented delivery system that allows the bacteria to get past the stomach into the small intestine so that our body can actually culture and populate the right types of bifidobacterium, lactobacillus, and other strains of fungi and microorganisms that are necessary to keep our GI tract in balance. We put in that formula the most common bacteria that are normally in the blue zones. The blue zones are regions of the world where people live longer, live healthier, live happier lives, and they have those in their system. I personally recommend for my patients who are taking any type of semaglutide, 2 of the Master Microbiotics at bedtime. I also recommend that we do a DNA discovery test on them. Why? Because I want to know what they should be eating, what they should be avoiding, how they should be sleeping, how they should live their life, because your lifestyle cannot be out supplemented by supplements or probiotics. You need to have the proper lifestyle for you. Some of you are spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on drugs and supplements every month. And the reality of it is if you learned how to live your lifestyle individually for you and you put that into play, it can really make a huge difference. Digestive enzymes. Since GLP-1 agonist like Ozempic slows down digestion, the production of hundreds of enzymes are going to be reduced in the body. So I recommend that you take a plant-based multi-enzyme that has amylase, lipase, and protease in it at a minimum with each of the times that you have your meals. And most people that are on semaglutide or Ozempic or tirzepatide are really only going to be eating 1 or 2 meals a day. So you need to make sure that your meals are filled with the nutrients and foods that you're supposed to be having. So the digestive enzyme is epically important for that. We need to also make sure that we're getting prebiotic fiber. And because most folks' metabolism is hindered a little bit because of Ozempic and because they're just not as hungry, we've got to focus on the foods that we're eating are the most nutritionally dense for our DNA profile. You eat the foods that are most efficient for your genetic profile. Prebiotic fiber, which is non-digestible fiber, which primarily comes from plants, but here's where you can get it from. Chicory root, garlic, onions, all these other kinds of foods that are out there that help with, vegetables. Vegetable fiber is a good prebiotic. Also, having the right type of multi-methylated B vitamins, having a methylcobalamin, which is a methylated form of B12, and a L-methyl folic acid or L-methylfolate, a digestible form of folic acid is, I can't tell you the importance of that to help with this problem. If you're taking Ozempic, you better have methylated B vitamins. Also, magnesium glycinate or a chelated form of magnesium is very important as well. Magnesium is a vital mineral involved in over 300 biochemical processes in the body. Now, one of the side effects of Ozempic is muscle wasting. Okay. There are peptides that you can take like BPC 157, like ipamorelin, tesamorelin, sermorelin that helps keep the muscle mass on. Magnesium is ridiculously important for that. So how do you dose the magnesium? Get your body weight, take that number times 10.6, divide that by 2.5. That's how many milligrams per day you should be supplementing with magnesium glycinate. Zinc is another big one. We're finding big time zinc deficiencies. We're finding all kinds of deficiencies with people that are taking Ozempic because they're not getting the right amount of nutrients in their body, which is why I also recommend that you take a multivitamin, multi-mineral. I like CMOS based supplements because they have the 92 essential nutrients that the body needs on a daily basis, including zinc. Zinc deficiency is a big, big problem that we're finding with a lot of folks that have leaky gut and that have, they're taking semaglutides. And by the way, look at your fingernails. If your fingernails have little white lines on them or little white circles, that's called leukoplakia. That's a sign of a zinc deficiency. It also causes problems with testosterone. So I want you to understand that there are lots of things that you can do to help yourself with this. And you can take these medications safely. I'm not as big a fan as Ozempic as I am of tirzepatide and other compounded semaglutides. I feel that it's better to get it out of big pharma and put it back in the hands of compounding pharmacists to make these peptides to be safe and effective for people. But I want you to understand that there are other natural forms of GLP-1 agonists that are on the market. Let me tell you what some of those are. I'm going to give you a few of them right now. Number one, berberine. Berberine is a compound that's found in plants like golden seal and barberry, but berberine is a very common supplement. It's a GLP-1 agonist. Curcumin and turmeric. These are GLP-1 agonists. Taking these can do the same thing that Ozempic and semaglutide can. Ginger is another one. Ginger and ginger root tea, amazing for many things. It's a GLP-1 agonist. Quercetin. or quercetin, however you want to say it, from fruits and vegetables is a GLP-1 agonist. Green tea extract is a GLP-1 agonist. Resveratrol from grapes or from berries is a GLP-1 agonist. Omega-3 fish oil is a GLP-1 agonist. Blueberries are GLP agonist. It's one of the only fruits that I really eat are blueberries. Blueberries, I eat some strawberries, but blueberries are the biggest one. Fenugreek seeds, which are soluble fibers. You can take those as a supplement as well. These are GLP-1 agonists. Aloe vera and aloe vera juice are GLP-1 agonists. So there are many, many things you can do in addition with taking those injectable peptides that really can make a huge difference. So what do you do? What do you do? I'm okay with you taking these things, but I just need you to be smart about it and don't just jump out there and go, oh man, these things are amazing. I'm going to go jump on the latest drug fad that's out there, because think about this. There may be a $3 billion class action lawsuit on some of these medications, but they made $12 billion off of the drug. And, 12, 11, 10, 9, if they made $9 million of profit and they had to pay $3 billion in fines, that's the cost of business for these people. And I don't think that's okay, but that's the way that it is. So listen, I know it's a lot of info. It's a fire hose like I always give you, but go back, re-listen to this, rewatch this, share this with your friends and family members, and go to our website. That's peptalk.world, peptalk.world. Like, subscribe, and share. Make sure that you understand that the truth will set you free. Knowledge is power, but wisdom is taking that knowledge and applying it to your life. So folks, until we meet again, I'm Dr. Eric Naputi. God bless you. God bless America, and God bless the world. Stay smart out there, and I'll see you next time. Be well.